Hi everyone, welcome to a watercolor love story. In this video you're gonna see me making this chart of color mixes, and that's about it. This is the only thing that I'm doing in this video, and if it wasn't for making this video, I think I would have procrastinated more with this, but I have already procrastinated a lot with this. And after doing this, I honestly believe that whenever you get a new watercolor set, this is probably the first thing that you should do, because it helps you get all the swatches and then also all the mixes. So this is if you don't know, this is a color chart. All the colors that are in my watercolor set are here and here, and I have also written the names there, and then these are all the mixes. So for example, this is the color that you get when you mix this purple with this violet. So all of this, these are mixes, and I don't know how I forgot to paint white here, and so I had to do this to ensure that I also get all the mixes of white with all the colors, even though I don't generally mix white in colors, but I did find that the colors look really pretty. Some of the colors that I got by mixing white were really pretty, so I definitely want to explore that, and this is something that I would not have discovered if it wasn't for this exercise. And another disclaimer here is that, the first disclaimer here is that, and the only, that I did this while I was half asleep. I did this all last night pretty much, and I was half asleep in the middle of the night, and I think at some points I accidentally mixed the wrong color with the wrong, like one of the colors I picked was not meant to go there, so I'm not sure if the mixes are correct everywhere. So I definitely will be doing this once more, but I get a general idea from this, and that is enough for me. And a recommendation is that if you want to explore, so if you're someone who wants to paint leaves, you might want to explore the grains more, and in that case you can make a chart where, so for example, these muted greens are by mixing yellows with blues. So what you can do is put one yellow here and one blue, and then put three colors in between, in the sense that one of the colors would be one of the swatch would be of equal parts of both. The other would be more blue and the other would be more yellow. That will give you an even bigger range of colors that you can achieve with these mixes, and for each color you can do it with all the blues, for each yellow you can do it with all the blues, and it can be helpful, and that is something that I will be doing. I do like to paint leaves, so I'll be doing that. And I'm not entirely sure that if these mixes are equal parts of both colors, because I was mixing them in very small quantity, so sometimes you don't know how much is on the brush, and you end up mixing unequal proportions of the two colors. So that is definitely something that will help me understand more of what's the range of colors that I get. Especially I'll be doing it with colors which I really like, which I think are really pretty, and I want to see how different proportions will change these colors. So yeah, this is what I did. And another chart that I definitely think you should be making, it's not a chart, it's a wheel, color wheel, by picking three primary colors in your watercolor set. Now the three primary colors, make sure that you're making separate wheels for the warm and cool primaries, and every set generally has warm and cool primaries. So that's also something that I'll be doing. And that's enough for an introduction. I think it has been a long one and I kind of rambled during the introduction because I generally write down what I want to say and then record it over the video, but this has been kind of a lot speaking for 6 minutes, but I did want to do this live because I wanted to point out the colors and point out some of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I do believe that this is the first thing that you should do as soon as you get a watercolor set. And I am also sorry about the lighting in this one because at this time it's I think 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you can see the light is very dim, and it should not be like this because the sun usually starts entering my room at this point. I get a lot of sunlight at 2 and I generally cannot record at this hour because the shadows are too much then, and the lighting is just awful. The sun is that harsh, but as you can see today the sun isn't harsh and there is no sun at all. In fact, it's cloudy. So at this point it makes no difference whether I do it during the day or night. The lighting is awful, so I just did it at night, and I apologize about the lighting, but I do recommend that you do this during, even if you do it at night, look at the colors during the day. They'll appear very different because I wasn't liking this chart at all last night. I thought I had messed up and the colors looked horrible, but now they look fine to me. And I know that these are more saturated as compared to these. That is because of the amount of water that I used. I used less water for these, and I am fine with that because this helps me then understand that how I can make it lighter. I can think about it in my head, but I want to see how they appear darker. So you can make another chart in which you use a lot of water, and that will give you these relatively paler shades, colors, and yeah, that's another thing that you can try. These can be done in a lot of ways, so you can do it in whatever way it feels the best to you. You can search the internet. There are a lot of color charts out there that can help you understand what would work best for you, and you can make that one. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the swatching process, and I'll see you in the next video.